Ma'am, I'm
Are you
an
at the
NFL
location
player.
now?
I'm an NFL player, ma'am.
Right now at 6:30, LaShawn McCoy's original 911 calls, how this story began more than a year ago.
Plus, backtracking on his controversial comments about Russia's interference in the election, what President Trump is now saying about it, and what he just tweeted about a few minutes ago.
And later, you can't have the wild without the wine. How you can combine both tonight right here in Buffalo.
From the station on your side, Channel 2 News Daybreak starts now.
Good morning, 6:30 on your Wednesday morning. A nice start over downtown Buffalo, and it's going to be a nice day ahead.
Can we see Kevin at the top of the Liberty Building right there again? Kevin's celebrating Western New York live from the Liberty Building, too.
How did he get from our roof to that roof in literally, it seemed like 8 minutes?
Zip line.
Spider-Man.
Zip line. That needs to be in the budget.
I agree.
Get it going. Let's look outside. We'll take a closer look at that building to see if we can see Kevin. Looking the other direction.
All right, Dave, thanks.
6:32 now on Daybreak, and this morning we are getting new details about Bills running back LaShawn McCoy's ex-girlfriend, Delisha Corden. TMZ is reporting that Corden has moved out of McCoy's home near Atlanta, Georgia. At the same time, we're also getting a first look at 911 calls exposing the couple's past problems. The calls date back to last July, where police have reportedly responded to McCoy's home at least 3 times. McCoy had been trying to evict Corden and her children since October of 2016. The first call was made by McCoy last July 3rd, the day he started those eviction proceedings.
All right, I have a young lady that she's stealing stuff out of my home. She won't leave. We were together for a little bit, and like 5-6 months, I let her go like 2 weeks ago. I've been trying to be cordial with her, but it's not working. She's taking belongings of mine. She's trying to pick a fight. I left out. So she just left my home. I'm about to lock my doors. I'm putting her stuff, all her valuables, outside of my home. I don't want no fights. I want to call the cops so they're here and everything is safe.
And the 3 calls, of course, lead up to last week when Corden says she was attacked by a home intruder. Her attorney said she believes McCoy had something to do with it, but wouldn't directly blame him without more evidence. Now, McCoy has denied having anything to do with that attack. At this point, no charges have been filed, and police will not say if McCoy is a suspect.
Starting this morning, you can score some tickets for upcoming Buffalo Bills training camp practices. 6 practices require tickets, including the one at New Era Field in the beginning of August. The tickets are available in select stores, online, and through the One Buffalo app. And we've got a list of how to get the tickets on WGRZ.com and our 2 on Your Side app.
Happening today, the newly renovated portion of Seneca Street will hold a ribbon cutting and an open house. The renovations were done by 3 local developers, all part of the rebirth of Seneca Street in South Buffalo.
It is 6:34 on Daybreak, and this morning President Trump is clarifying his comments that he made in Helsinki during his meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and now he's tweeting about it. Now, he initially told reporters at that press conference that he didn't see why Russia would interfere with the 2016 election. Well, now he's clarifying, saying that he meant to say that he didn't see any reason why Russia wouldn't have done it. And he went on to praise U.S. intelligence agencies. This morning, President Trump is tweeting about the meeting, and he said 40 minutes ago, he said, so many people at the higher ends of intelligence loved my press conference performance in Helsinki. We got along well, which truly bothered many haters who wanted to see a big boxing match. Then he said, while the NATO meeting in Brussels was an acknowledged triumph, with billions of dollars more being put up by member countries at a faster pace, the meeting with Russia may prove to be in the long run an even greater success. And he finally said Russia has agreed to help with North Korea, where relationships with us are very good and the process is moving along. There is no rush. The sanctions remain. Big benefits, an exciting future for North Korea at the end of the process.
6:35 now on Daybreak. Well, parents, listen up. A new report says how much time your teen spends in front of a screen can now be linked to ADHD. The Journal of American Medical Association says that kids who use several types of digital media daily were twice as likely to show ADHD symptoms. Doctors recommend parents limit their kids' time in front of a screen. 7 years after a drunk driver took her life, a skate park will open to remember her. Alex Rice was hit and killed by Dr. James Corisani back in 2011 while she was riding her longboard home from work. The park at the Northtown Center will finally open August 4th.
The popular Wines in the Wild fundraiser at the Buffalo Zoo is tonight. There's a variety of food and desserts, live music, and of course, wine and beer. There's also basket auctions and silent auctions. The event runs from 6 to 9, and I am so excited to be a judge once again this year.
Great event for sure. Well, check this out. NASA's releasing this new satellite image after a hailstorm in South Dakota. Take a look at the damage it caused. The space agency's satellites can see the damage left by the late June storm with a light brown tear stretching across more than half of the state.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were looking at there.
I know. It's like you look at it and say, what? Those two lines? Unbelievable. Patrick is up on the rooftop and looking much better here. That's for sure.
So this wine and zoo event, right? Melissa, you're going?
Wines in the Wild. Yeah, it's one of my favorite nights of the summer.
So this is an opportunity for the animals to be looking at you.
Exactly.
What are they doing? Anyway, behind.
When we go out to dinner and the kids get a burger and they put their ketchup and their mustard and whatever else on top and they take a bite and it slides off the top. So with the stuffed burger bar, nothing's on the top, everything's in the middle.
What?
What?
Oh, tomorrow on Daybreak, we are headed to Lockport for a stuffed burger bar and possibly the best invention I've ever heard. That'll certainly leave you feeling stuffed. Every burger here is made to order with all the toppings that you could want, packed inside. Daybreak's Stephanie Barnes takes us to Stooges tomorrow morning in this week's Unique Eats.
Well, from burgers to hot dogs now. I'm so hungry. It's National Hot Dog Day, and we are ready to celebrate here on Daybreak. Doesn't take much.
Yeah, absolutely, and naturally, we put our most frank correspondent to the case. Kate Welshover is here with our special National Hot Dog Day report.
As you said yesterday, Pete, what a world. This morning, I'm taking you a little bit behind the scenes of Daybreak. Each morning, we have a meeting after the show where we discuss the day, we look ahead to the next day, and we talk about what our show is going to look like, what we're going to bring you guys. So it was my job to handle what you're watching right now. And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sure what I was going to do for National Hot Dog Day, but I did promise myself I wasn't going to say wiener on television.
Oops.
Mostly, I just wanted to honor the day in the most Daybreak way possible, the only way I know how. So here it is.
You have far too much time on your hands, young lady.
I just want to say it's been really wonderful working here at Channel 2.
You get paid to put together music videos featuring hot dogs.
Yes.
And you actually need a drink after that. Something to wash the hot dogs down.
Well, you know, Peter, it's all
Let's
in a day's
just cheers
work.
to that
Cheers.
awesome work.
Happy National
Well
Hot
done.
Dog Day, everybody.
All right. Thanks very much, Kate.
Okay, Dave, take it from here.
Let's just not get to the hot dog eating contest and dipping the buns in water, because then we'll get Patrick all freaked out for Daybreak. Good morning, everybody. Easy commute live view of the 190 South at Sheridan Kenmore, heading toward the Sumitomo and GM powertrain plant, seeing more and more sun on our traffic cameras this morning. Starting off to be a beautiful day, but an easy commute. Left side of your screen, that's inbound Route 5, obviously at the Ford plant. No delays all the way up over the Skyway, and we are accident-free this morning. Back to you, Pete.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. 6:44 now. Time for today's rundown, where we get you caught up on all the day's stories and the top stories in just a minute and a half. First up, a woman is recovering after being hit by a car while riding her bicycle. Buffalo police say last night at Massachusetts and Normal Avenues, the woman was intentionally hit by a car. They say the driver and passenger got out of the car and then beat her up, then drove away. The woman is in ECMC this morning. A Buffalo man is facing a judge for the first time today after being charged in the death of a toddler. Buffalo police say they responded to Weaver Street in Kaisertown yesterday afternoon and took a 2-year-old to Oshai, where he was pronounced dead. The 23-year-old man is facing manslaughter charges. West Seneca police have confirmed with us that they are searching for a woman in this Facebook post by Picasso's Pizza. This video shows a woman at Picasso's yesterday morning who appears to be putting the donation box for the Variety Club in her bag, then leaving. The post has been shared 5,000 times and been viewed almost 100,000 times. If you know who this woman is, call West Seneca Police. The Niagara Falls City Council will meet to talk about concerns over public unions. Now, last month, the Supreme Court ruled that government workers who choose not to join a union cannot be charged for the cost of collective bargaining. The meeting is set for 5 o'clock tonight at City Hall. The AdPro Sports Training Center will host a benefit for Meals on Wheels called Plate Expectations. It promises plenty of food, drink, auctions, and more. It runs from 5:30 until 8:30 tonight at the Fieldhouse. Channel 2 is a proud sponsor. And finally, tonight, Bills Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly will be receiving the honor of a lifetime. He'll be honored with the Jimmy V Award at the ESPYs. Daybreak's Joshua Robinson joins us now. And Joshua, what are we expecting him to talk about?
You know, Pete, when Kelly takes the stage tonight in L.A., there's one thing he won't talk much about, and that's football. That's because Kelly says he wants everyone watching to know that they can make a difference no matter what kind of spotlight they have. Now, we caught up with Kelly during his one-day football camp at St. John Fisher College, where he teaches that same message to kids. The Jimmy V Award, named after the late NC State head coach Jimmy Valvano, has been given each year to someone in sports who has overcome great obstacles through perseverance and determination. Kelly will be the 12th recipient of that award, and he's scheduled to talk for about 2 minutes. He says he hopes that is enough time to say what he needs to say.
You know what, it's humbling for sure. When I look at the prior recipients, I know what they've been through. In order to get the award, you had to go through a lot. I hope that the words that I say come out right, that I'm able to inspire people never to give up.
Now, the ESPYs are tonight, but Kelly's next top priority is a big trip to New York City, where his battle to overcome oral cancer will continue. He says he's scheduled for a checkup on the second week of August, but also says something has come up and he doesn't know how long he will be staying in New York. He says his goal, though, is to be back home by September, and instead of eating soup all the time like he has been, he says he just wants to eat a big stack of ribs. For Channel 2 Daybreak, I'm Joshua Robinson.
Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with Jim as he goes for that checkup and that doctor's appointment. You know, also thoughts and prayers have been with those 12 Thai boys who were stuck in that cave. Well, we've just learned some breaking news that they have been released from the hospital and they are being reunited with their parents. Wow. So the Today Show will have much more on that. Such a long road for them and great news.
And there was a time when they thought it could be months.
Right.
But then I did hear a little earlier that some of their teachers who are will be welcoming them back to school are like, you have some homework and some midterms to catch up on. It's like, I think they were being kind of coy about that. But it was just to kind of like make them feel a little bit welcome home.
What a great moment, though.
The Today Show will have more on that coming up. Let's take a look outside where we've got clear skies. Sunshine today, 77, 80 tomorrow, close to 90 on Friday. The weekend, okay, we do have a chance of showers here, all right?
All right, we are up on the roof right now in your neck of the woods, but behind us, can we see it on this shot? That Kevin O'Neill is celebrating Western New York on the Liberty Building, which one of the ladies' Liberty is being renovated right now, some scaffolding, and he was going to give us an up-close view at this facelift.
And being up there, I was up there last year when they were doing
a story, right?
When they were doing the westbound facelift. Actually, the statue you can see right over my shoulder here, and now they're doing the eastbound statue. This building called the Liberty Building, and it was originally built as a kind of a marketing and a rebranding. The German National Bank was in another location in downtown, and it was right after World War I, and they said, German National Bank's probably not a great idea.
Not after World War I.
Didn't you say the Western statue gets a little bit more of a beating than the Eastern one?
That's what I was told. That's what
because it's more weather comes their way.
Yeah, and they said that's why they did that one first. That had the more of the element damages. But it's kind of neat. The one facing west is facing the new Frontier, and the one facing east is facing the rail yards and reflecting.
Well, what direction is Kevin facing right now? Because we can't seem to hear him.
Upside down or backwards, who knows?
Exactly.
But we also love the fact that there's a third Lady Liberty who's now in the lobby of the building, right?
Yeah, it's a marble Lady Liberty, and it's much smaller. Obviously, they wouldn't be able to fit that, but it's kind of neat how they took an iconic image of America and turned it into their own marketing rebranding back in the 20s. So. A little bit of history.
Well, he is up there.
Yes.
We're told.
Unfortunately, we're having some technical issues, so Kevin can't hear us and the communication isn't there. So he's there.
Take
our.
So, if you look real close, he's that little guy with a booming personality and voice up there.
Well, what a great day for Kevin to be up there and for us
doubt.
to be up here. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is. A little breeze. It's really nice when the breeze comes out of this direction. Because, you know, the hair flows. You look like you could be on the cover of a romance novel, Pete. When it comes from the south and it goes this way, you just look disheveled no matter what.
We should sing some Rotyak out. Summer breeze.
Makes me feel fine.
Okay,
we're gonna.
almost time to go.
We're all done?
Enjoy Wines of the Wild, everyone. And no, I know it. I just don't want to do it.
Everybody wants a little Jasmine in their mind.
Have a great day, everyone.
Everybody.
You called it Rotyak. Yeah.